Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today, let's do a recap of this past week as we are on our way to a new week. So let's get into it. This state, Aishem, the state, oh, they failed dismally. The state tried to bury Gwabini and failed dismally, not because of drama, but because of law, evidence, and procedure. What unfolded this past week in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial as the prosecution was collapsing in front of our very own eyes. In fact, let me put it this way: it exposes a prosecution that collapsed under its own contradictions, and Gwabini's evidence attacks the very origin of the state's case. And legally, cross-examination is not enough to neutralize that. The burden is on the state, and right now it's sleeping. They failed dismally when it comes to all of that. Now, I won't lie and act as if I am not happy with that. I am. I won't lie. One thing that I am certain of, they tried to bury him. They tried to discredit him. They tried to cross-examine him into silence. You know exactly what happened there, but still they failed. What unfolded was something that was out of the ordinary in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa trial, and it wasn't theatrics. It wasn't courtroom drama. It was more than that. It was something far more dangerous for the prosecution, and it was law turning against them. It was law turning against them. Let's all be clear when it comes to one thing. This is not a YouTube debate. No, it's not. But we can have a conversation. And this is not some social media commentary. This is the North Gauteng High Court. And here, the state carries one heavy burden to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt, not beyond the vibes, because there are vibes out here, not beyond public pressure. There is public pressure, of course, beyond reasonable doubt. Once a witness directly attacks the origin of the state case, the law demands more than aggressive cross-examination. The law demands evidence, rebuttal, neutralization, done lawfully, and that did not happen. It did not happen. We had Ugwabini eating nicely. Ubaloy, even if he thinks he ate Aishem, Ugwabini left no crumbs, Kesan. It didn't happen. Gwabini left no crumbs. Gwabini didn't just testify, guys. He destabilized the very foundation of the state's entire version. He dealt with it. Oh, he dealt with it, guys. His evidence didn't nibble at the edges. No, it was not here. It was here in the middle of the brain. In the core. It was straight in the core of the brains of the people that sat down and made this theatrics to become alive. It was here. It was here. It was doing this. It was doing this there. That's what Gwabini's evidence did. It went straight inside. It was not here in the edges. No, it was not here. It was here. It was busy here. The evidence. Please get that right. Whatever you do, get that right, because he dealt with it. Bamnyisa ngo-2020 and traumatized the hell out of him. Ubanyisile, he paid them back. He paid back everybody who was involved with that shenanigan. It was evidence Gwabini challenge how the case was born to begin with. Evidence Gwabini, it challenged how it was structured, constructed. It was how it was sold to the courtroom. It was sold to the public. It went straight to the bits and pieces of it all. And here's the legal problem for the prosecution. Once defense witness attack the origin of the state case, you can't argue your way out of that hole. There is no way Ubaloyi can do it. By the way, arguments. He can't. He fails dismally when it comes to arguments. I want to see him climb out of this evidence, Kakwabi. I want to see Baloyi climb out of it all. How is he going to do that? But instead of rebuttal witnesses, instead of new proof, instead of neutralizing his version lawful, the state chose theatrics. They went to theater. They went to theater because they wanted to use this cross-examination as something, the theater that they played is the section 204. The fear and tontoni that they were planting on Gwabini, it did not work. It did not work. Cross-examination is not magic. It can't play magic. It doesn't erase evidence. It doesn't reverse legal damage. It only tests credibility. So when the state tried to bury Gwabini, they tried to bury him without hostile questioning. They weren't fixing their problem. They were exposing it. Ubaloyi should have stopped ukwenza cross-examination kaGwabini. It exposed them big time. It exposed them because credibility attacks do not replace rebuttal evidence. The bottom line here is that the very same origin of the reason why we are in court, it was rebutted by Gwabini. There was no bribe. There was no meeting. There were no accused in his place at the hostel. There was nothing like that. And the year that he met with Ukuzungu, the constable, was 2017, not 2018. That was a rebuttal on its own. That was a rebuttal on its own. And when you fail to rebut a version that strikes at the origin of your case, that law the law does not take care or doesn't care, in fact, how dramatic your cross-examination was. The version stands. There was no bribe. There was no accused. Ukuntanzi, accused number 2, does not even know where Gwabini stays in the hostel. He doesn't. And right now, the prosecution is in crisis. This past week didn't just embarrass the state, it exposed something far worse, a prosecution collapsing under its own weight. Contradictions stacking up, foundations cracking, procedural obligations ignored. This wasn't about Gwabini winning. No, this was about the state failing to meet its legal duty. They failed. And when the state fails that duty, the consequences are not political, they are legal, and they are devastating. And one thing that we must understand now, from now, I don't know what's going to happen, but from this point forward, every unanswered contradiction becomes a legal liability. Every unrebutted version becomes a weapon for the defense. Every procedural shortcut becomes an appeal point waiting to explode. The longer the state pretends cross-examination is enough, the deeper the hole gets. And they are going, I don't know how many feet down in that hole. I don't know. I honestly don't know. They tried to bury Gwabini. I can't emphasize that enough. Instead, they buried their own case deeper. Not with drama, not with social media noise, but with law, with evidence, with procedure. And that is something no amount of courtroom theatrics can fix. Nothing. Ubaloyi was dealt with by an uneducated man. But he undermines people. And these Zulu people that keep coming here, they show him flames. They show him flames. He failed Ubaloyi, dismal. Anyway, what are your thoughts when it comes to that? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Bye-bye.